Starting a manufacturing business is one such that if what you produce in that manufacturing plant does not have commercial merit and people are not buying it, that whole manufacturing plant, particularly if most of the equipment you bought are custom-made equipment, meaning you cannot just go on the market and sell them and somebody else will buy them. What it means is that that entire project has failed, but it has a high cost of failure. Because for you to start that business, you had to set up a manufacturing plant, you had to buy equipment, you had to hire people, all of that. So it has a high cost of failure. Let's now look at another version of the manufacturing project, which is that instead of setting up a manufacturing plant, you want to start buying from a manufacturer, or you want to start importing from outside the country. Maybe you want to start importing the product from China or India instead of setting up a manufacturing plant. The cost of failure for importation is significantly lower than the costs of failure for setting up your own manufacturing plant. If you want to import, if you import a sample, you can import a sample, maybe a dozen or a few dozen, and you test it on the market, and that thing doesn't work. All of a sudden, you've saved yourself a lot of money and stress. Because if the product is not selling, there's no need importing a 20-foot or a 40-foot container, right? You've already tested on a small level that this business will not work because the product is not selling. Compare that to somebody who has to set up a manufacturing facility only to find out when they produce the product that this product doesn't sell. So what is the cost of failure? Particularly if you are not an experienced entrepreneur, I need to put in that caveat. If you notice, Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Nigeria, built the first, in fact, the largest single train refinery in all of Africa. He has not been in the refining business before. He's not been in the petrochemical business before. Yes, he has interest in MRS, which is like a downstream petroleum marketing company. But Aliko Dangote has never been into petroleum production, refining. And the first time he did it, he put money, $20 billion to build a refinery, right? That is an example of a project that has a high cost of failure. Because if that project fails, you are losing 20 billion. And that can wreck you. But that explains why only people like Aliko Dangote can do such a project. Why? He's been in business for almost 40 years. He has the relationships, he has the resources, he has the staying power, he has the capital to withstand that kind of shock. So if you're not at that level, if you don't have reserves to withstand shock, why would you put in all your resources, even go out and borrow more money and get investments and stick all of that on a project that has a high cost of failure, knowing that if anything goes wrong, you are down and out. You are going to suffer financial losses. You're going to be owing people. You're going to be indebted. You may likely get into serious mental health challenges. Why would you do that? So these are not the kinds of mistakes you should make when you are still starting, where you don't have that, where you don't have a lot of backup in business. You step into business with one foot before the other foot, before you dive in. That's how you test a river. Starting a business, a new business, is like testing a river before you enter. You see a river. You don't know how deep the river is. You don't know if there are crocodiles inside of the river. And because you are so optimistic and you're like, this river is nothing, I can swim this river. You proceed to pull off your clothes and you dive right into the river. That's not a sensible thing to do. If you're interested in learning more about the topics I offer when it comes to starting, building, and growing a business, this is your opportunity to join my community. It's known as the BMG. I provide extensive courses on different topics and challenges that afflict business owners, from how to optimize your profits, how to manage costs, how to boost your sales, how to develop processes, how to scale your business. There's a whole lot that I can teach you. If you want to go deeper into my content, this is your chance. Go to the link on your screen right now, jointhebmg.com.